It's go time.
Oh no, no Garemi.
Double hideout. Blue.
常に臨戦態勢さ。
Luke.
いけるぜ。
Oh dear.
常に臨戦態勢さ。 さーて、一丁やってやりますか。ねえ。
Round 1. Fight.
I will jump on you. Fair enough.
しっかり見たか。俺の勝ちだ。
Round 2. Fight.
I fucked up.
Final round. Fight.
Shit. Nice. Pretty good. That should have been dead also. But I saw. I should have been to CA instead of. I don't even remember what I did at this point.
Round 1. Fight.
That's not what I want. Yeah. Who can resist the temptation of the gun?
Round 2. Fight.
Okay, bud. I can't complain. I literally won with that like 20 minutes ago.
You lose.
What's up, Spooky Bird? How you doing?
It's go time. Let's do this.
Ones joined up. Ooh, we got 2 new ones. Spooky Birds and so Shake. Oh, I accidentally hit the Windows key. Trying to hit Control. Yeah, that's kind of how my night's going too.
Fight.
Ah. I should really be going into the target combo instead of trying to go to that move.
Fight.
Oh boy. I love that frame trap. Let's see.
Final round.
I gotta shoot someone.
Fight.
There we go. That's a weird anti-air. Ooh. spacing trap that I totally meant to do right there. That wasn't
You
just
win.
luck.
Round one. Fight.
Oh. Interesting. God, this throw range is like nothing. That doesn't work. What am I doing? I did not actually expect it to hit. He normally tries to do something after that.
Round two. Fight. Final round. Fight.
I don't know why I tried to do that.
You lose.
Oh, it's only one more. Nice little surprise.
Round one. Fight.
Oh no. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know why you keep jabbing there.
Round two. Fight.
Just gotta keep the pressure on, I guess.
You win.
Damn challenge. Why are you taking so long?
Let's do this.
Guess I should run the check-in thing. Just Kamari.
Temple hideout. Luke.
常に臨戦態勢さ。
Oh. I know, what a world, what a world. It's nicer for me because I'm not rushing to start it. I can actually do this like nice hour-long pre-tourney stream.
Round one. Fight.
Oh, that's not even what I meant to do. I tried to V-trigger. I don't know why that didn't. I guess I didn't have V-trigger. I was looking at the wrong meter, I think. Oh yeah, I was definitely looking at the wrong meter.
Fight.
Oh, that doesn't work. I know he's dashing around a whole bunch.
Final round. Fight.
I hate that I can't check dash. Oh,
You lose.
like it's just something I just super suck at doing. Actually, I was eliminated because I didn't check a dash in the East Coast tourney.
Round one. Fight.
Oh. Oh shit. don't understand why he checks there like that. I guess because it's working. Ooh. Yay, jumping. We did it.
You win. Round one. Fight.
Oh, I did that on purpose.
Round two. Fight.
Oh, that was ambitious. I don't think he realized he could cancel that. Maybe. Because obviously, why would you cancel that?
Final
Like that?
round. Fight.
Nice. Ooh. That's very fortunate for me.
You win. It's go time. Let's do this. Temple hideout.
い
Luke.
けるぜ。常に臨戦態勢さ。 い
Luke.
けるぜ。常に臨戦態勢さ。
Round
I hate you saying that. ACP. No! Of course he would jump. That's like the obvious thing.
Round two.
I should have known.
Fight.
No? I don't know why I thought that would work.
You lose.
Sorry, if that was super loud. I was trying to get away from my mic to do that.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. You win. Round
How do
one.
you do that last tournament? I got third place in the last one, but today's I got about like either 17th or 13th. Can't remember. Nah. Oh, that was silly. What? god, I can't believe that worked out. Yeah, it was pretty nice, but I don't know. I feel like I just I got, oh, that doesn't work. Or it does work, I just didn't do it soon enough. Nah. Yeah. Just barely missed time that I ever had.
You win.
But yeah, I feel like I mostly just like looped all over the person I fought in winners semifinals. Like they kind of just didn't take me seriously. I think it's why I won, honestly, because they 3-0'd me when we fought in losers.
Let's do this. Temple hideout.
Good old heavy punch flash knuckle. When people don't know how to deal with it, it's pretty funny. I'm kind of curious exactly like what aspects of him they were thinking about for the future. That was too far away. Nice. I totally thought I got hit. Yeah, I was thinking also like the comeback mechanic where like basically you where you get to God, it's hard to think and talk at the same time. Where basically you get to keep it the longer you do better. I don't know, I got hit. I didn't know you could link that out. Damn, he just let it rip. There we go.
Final round. Fight.
What? Good TP. Good TP. I'm a little obvious with my jumps. I'm aware.
You lose.
I don't trust myself to like actually react to a fireball startup ever. So I don't even try to like, I just go pure predictive. And my predictions are bad a lot of the time.
Round one. Fight.
Why did I do that again? Jesus Christ. I wish I had as much confidence that Nogurimi has to do the weird shit he does. Yeah, I've seen that one before. Oh, come on. It is fucking fast. I think the light and the medium are like sub 20 second startup.
Fight.
Probably. No. I don't know how I won that one.
You win.
A lot of times, I feel like when I win with this character, it's just absolute horseshit.
Round one. Fight.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that's true. That was fighting games.
Round two.
I need to stop being so obvious with jumps when people are being so obvious that they're looking for DPs. Like that right there. What? I feel like that is longer than it actually is, that standing medium punch.
You lose.
I consistently whiff that when I try to go for the target combo. Basically, I'm just doing a I hope this hits so I can get some damage thing. Which is admittedly bad strategy, but
It's go time.
if it hits, like, it's free damage. If not, then I'm safe because of V-trigger. Stand heavy punch is a pretty good fucking button. It's like similar to Bison's, honestly. Of like, you can cancel it and it covers a pretty big range and whatnot.
Round 1. Fight.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Fair enough.
Round 2. Fight.
Again, oh my god. Well, Lord. I don't understand why he's doing anything he's doing. I'm not saying there's like no, like, that he doesn't have a reason, I just don't know it, that's all. It's hitting. I guess that's why he's doing it, probably.
Round 1. Fight.
That's an obvious TP right there again. Like, I shouldn't have jumped there.
Round 2. Fight.
Screwy. Yeah, I guess I just be throwing more fireballs out if they're trying to play with me on the ground. There, SFV. Yeah. You see that nooch right there? Those footsies.
Round one. Fight.
Ooh. I ran some stats with Slappa a bit ago. He won 15-0. Jesus Christ.
Final round.
Yeah, I assumed you meant Slappa. Or Slappa. Jesus Christ. Oh, come on. I lost the energy I had in that second match. Started letting him get in again. Also just I feel like I'm just not doing great at anti-airing as well.
It's go time. Let's do this.
You're not wrong about that. I don't know. Really, the worst part for me is just I have so little patience, and at the same time, I also suck at checking dashes. Those are the two things that are really chipping at me.
Round one. Fight.
What? Oh my god. That's right. That one's punishable. It showed. No! Yes! Gosh. It's exhausting. he just moves constantly backwards, and that's just a style of playing against I have a lot of trouble with. Which is my own thing. It's nothing against him. I have trouble with that style.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
Embrace the lane. I gotta remember that. By the way, anyone watching who wants to join, we got about 5 minutes left before checking closes, and we're gonna start this thing up. Should check to see if anyone else is signed up or not.
Round one. Fight.
Yeah. That was a full airing. Jesus Christ. Granted, I was about to say, this guy does not respect my nooch at all, which granted, I'm not really giving them any reason to respect it. Oh, well, could have been worse. Oh, I missed my light kick. No.
Final round.
What is happening on the well, that was not spaced properly at all.
You win.
Alex abusing his mod powers. It's hilarious. Alright, alright. Let's see what's going on
Go time.
with this bracket. GG's Nogurimi. Okay, looks like Jaded Bird's in here. I believe everyone is checked in. Yeah, all participants checked in. Alright. And since it's a new year, new leaderboard, I went to the wrong place. We're doing chaos seeding. No one has any points right now. So, holy shit, this sucks so much. Alright. Go shuffle, or not shuffle the bracket, but tell everyone to refresh, because I already did that. Alright. And let's see if anyone wants on round 2. Because round 1's just... JadedBird and UCIT, which is a really fucked up first round. Okay. Doesn't look like we have any takers. Normally Slappa's all about it. Here, and is he big pump or pompadour? Ooh. Don't want to fight that guy. I am being all thumbs on my sticker now. And I don't know if it's a bug or like something with my keyboard, but whenever I backspace in that, specifically in that menu, Sometimes I'll get 2 backspaces. I guess y'all probably couldn't see that because it's on the small screen right now. It's very annoying. I think I might have. Oh, there we go. Looks like we got the right one. Okay, I think I totally invited some random person. Whoops. Alright. He caps the axis shift for icons. That's so weird. Okay. Well, I'm out of practice here. But yeah, we got Slappa, who's probably going to start with the Akira. We'll see if he changes or not when he loses. And Balrog from Big Papa Pomp. It's probably a matchup that Slappa's at least used to seeing, at the very least.
Round 1, fight!
Had some DBZ times there. But now we're in it. Just got some pokes going on in neutral. Alright. Big Papa's got that corner already, which is where, well, I was going to say where everyone wants to be, but especially Balrog. Alright, that was a decent little escape from Slappa. Oh. Alright, looking for the frame traps. Ooh, didn't see it in time to confirm those lights. That could have been game even had he confirmed that light into a DP.
Round 2.
But Big Papa Pomp taking the first round. Ooh, good check after the EX spin. Ooh. Oh, that's gotta be super unsafe. The target combo into V skill 1. But Slappa looks like they're kind of just getting mesmerized by all the movement. There are a few people who play her, like Momochi was playing pretty much just her in tournament settings until Luke came out. I don't know if he's going to play Luke now or not. Chris G used Akira.
Round 1. Fight!
I think that's the only two I can think of right now. As far as like pro-ish players. These dashes from Pomp are doing a lot of work. Ooh, interrupt the overhead. Oh yeah. Oh man. These dash punches getting a little dangerous with them because of, wow, that came out first. Okay. Oh, good anti-air. Yeah. With that much health, you probably should have just blocked.
Round 2. Fight.
Big Papa Pump on match point here. Oh, just barely shy of the throw range. Little whip punch there. Gotta look out for the EX Fireball. Could happen at any time. It's basically a big old shotgun. Oh, nope. Just gonna use it up on that. Slappa has been doing a great job of just getting out of that corner. Oh. Blocking it out. Only took a throw. That's not too bad for that feature. Oh, could have got a better punish off that crouch medium kick. I am a rookie streamer. You're right. Or it could be. Hey, look at that. Scores updated. It could be I haven't done this in like two weeks now.
It's go time.
All right. Skill cam? I don't even know what the hell that is. Alright, let's take a look at this bracket. I'm having trouble finding my window. Alright. Go away. Okay, so we just saw Big Papa Pump taking it over Slappa. We got Mataoja for Spooky Bird. No Remy going down against Knuck Fist. You let that guy beat you. And Kamari's still waiting here for the winner of JadedBird and UCIT. I feel like that might be a match I can get actually. Because I thought... yeah, I thought that I saw that head finish. We can give Pomp a little break. Oh, you in here? No, I cannot hear you at all, dude. I think that might be my Discord settings, so hang on. Can you hear me? No, maybe it's not me, actually. Let's try this one. Can you talk now, Nogurumi?
Can I talk now, Nogurumi?
You can talk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was my own
my
Discord
goodness.
settings.
I had a feeling it was because I could see my green circle light up. Raise my Twitch volume? I don't know, bro. Jaded Bird. Alright, but how you been doing now that you're not unwillingly ignoring me?
I'm doing pretty okay. My Twitch volume? What? You got to be more specific, JadedBird. Like, do you mean the volume of what? Just in general? Old man Jaded can't hear.
Old man Jaded shouldn't be watching the stream while about to play a tournament match.
I don't know. Sometimes it's exciting to just hear just all the chaos going on stream. Oh,
A little bit. Oh man, it's been a hot second since I've been on a microphone.
I feel that. It's for me. It's
What's
been
the last
2 weeks.
What was the last thing I commentated? I've been out for all of December, I think. And then Thanksgiving. Yeah, I don't think I've commentated since mid-November.
That's quite a bit of time.
Yeah, how do I talk onto a microphone? What am I supposed to vamp about? This is the weirdest part. How was your holidays?
It was all right. There's some, bad times. I actually had to put down a cat, which sucked.
Oh,
But
I'm sorry, bro.
yeah, it does suck. But as we're
this
past it.
I understand this because the 5-year anniversary of putting down my dog was December 26th. So it's always fun. You're like, you're excited for the holidays? I'm like, yeah, not Boxing Day though. Not excited for that.
I mean, no one's excited for Boxing Day. No one in America.
Well,
I
I feel like not our country, but yeah, people are excited for it.
Is that a big thing? I've never talked to anyone about it that it would actually apply to.
It's like sometimes it's a bigger thing than Christmas itself, is the fact that you have Boxing Day.
Huh. Interesting.
Which, when I was a kid, I always just thought was people getting into a boxing ring and slugging it out. That's why it was called Boxing Day. Turns out that they just do more gift stuff. Awkward silence after that.
Sorry.
But yeah.
Sorry, I was typing, trying to find one of our players.
Yeah. Kamari.
That's how I pronounced it. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to look at the name so that I could remember where all of the letters were. They were in here earlier asking about if their speed test would be good enough, so I wonder if they signed up and then forgot.
Perhaps. They checked in.
And check in and forget. Dude, it happens. I've seen people like completely, almost like they're dead. Like you literally can't find them. And then like as soon as you're about to DC them, that's when they're like, I'm here. I'm just like, bro.
Well, he's got 5 minutes. He did check in. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, holy cow. Their jitter was 27 milliseconds.
They did that from their phone. They played in the tournament before. And I would feel bad, like, with the situation, making them type in the
not only would they have to, I mean, the one is not that bad, right? The testmyspeed.onl, that's not that bad. The fact that they would then have to, on their phone, type out their entire custom URL is a little
yeah,
a little rough.
But
I recommend buying like a 50, I think they're $15 adapters for your phone, and you can hardwire your phone using Thunderbolt or USB-C.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing, but that makes sense. That it would be.
Yeah, if you ever work in a company that uses all MacBooks, but also want people to be hardwired in, MacBook Pros only come with, they don't have any Ethernet ports on them, so you have to do USB-C to Ethernet. It's rough.
That sounds disgusting. I don't know. Anytime my wife wants me to do anything on her MacBook, I'm just like, I feel like the dumbest idiot because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on here.
Dude, all you have to know is it's 90% Windows, and then like some settings are in some different places.
Yeah, it's mostly like when she needs help with something. I just like, can't help you. I have no idea. I'll Google
you know how
it.
to Google.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, if you've ever been a tier 1 help desk person, oh boy. That was me from the ages of 4 to 21. Like as soon as I officially left home, I was tier 1 help desk support for my mom and my sister and both my grandmas, and just doing everything for them. And the randomest issues too, just like, hey, I lost what was it? It was something stupid. It was like my mom lost the header and footer on Word documents, and she couldn't get them back, and it just made like all the pages run together. turns out that if you just double click the top of your Windows page, it just gets rid of your headers. And I spent like 10 minutes like clicking around, going through every setting, and then I just like double click something by accident. I was like, holy fuck. That's what that does? Why does that happen? Why is there no other setting for this?
That's very bizarre.
Supporting users sucks. Users will do the dumbest things and have no idea how they did it. Just like, oh man, this just did this. My computer just randomly turned off. I don't know how that happened. All of my documents are gone. And then they get angry at you like it's your fault. On the bright side, if this person gets DQ'd, I'll also get a DQ. And then I'll be in top 5 by default. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hey, my plan, it took until like 6 o'clock for other people to sign up. I thought I was going to win by default. Nobody else joined.
Well, you know how this goes. People normally sign up in the last hour. Although, honestly, this one was kind of weird. People signed up in like before the last hour. But like...
They signed up at like 6:50 is when people started signing up. It was just like, you know, now you just have to check it. Like if you waited 10 minutes, it would be easier for you. It was really funny just watching everybody trickle in at the last second, because this is the first time that this has been on the Mondays.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Well, didn't it used to be on Monday, like way back in the day?
If you're talking way back in the day, it's like 3 years ago back in the day. Which who has time to remember that?
Okay, we're gonna keep Jaded Bird in here and have him fight Knuckleberry Fist instead.
Hell yeah. Was that really 5 minutes? Holy cow, it was.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't use the fantastical remind message that LizardBot can do for you.
I'm aware it's a thing, but I don't remember what the command is, so...
If only it was something easy like ! Remind.
Oh, is it just that?
Yes. Which is actually funny because it'll also trigger CarlBot, I think, because CarlBot has an overlapping command.
Oh, fuck. I got distracted.
Wow. You didn't change it to first 3.
Exactly.
I talked over.
You can see my file explorer right there. Well, maybe
Apparently,
you can't, but the stream can.
I don't see your file explorer. I have everything pulled up.
First 2, 3. Hopefully they see that.
That goes there. Oh, that goes there. All right, so we're getting into it. Jaded Bird, playing the Bird D. Knuckleberry, always rocking the Coomers, but always V skill 2, V trigger 2. Got to be the special case. Ooh, so it was a strong start for Jaded, but Knuckleberry getting some fight back here. Trying to find an activation route. There it is. The Fierce gets the Shim Sham, and now we're coast to coast going to the other corner.
Ooh.
And so one thing that this V-Trigger allows Akuma to do is, you saw right there, cancel his special moves into other special moves towards the end of the animations, and he's able to get the stun, and Knuckleberry going to be able to close it out, holding on to all that meter. Still had some damage left in the bank there too. Had another special cancel, V-Trigger cancel there, but didn't even need it. Whip throw there in neutral.
I do not like being in the corner with Akuma. It's a bad place.
Hey, I lost to this man, so...
Oh, I wasn't ready for the EX Dolphin Dive.
Blocks his toes, but gets whiff punished. Just the perfect spacing. The medium kick Tatsu over the can, not gonna work out. Jaded Bird gonna spin the meter. Oh, gonna hold on to it. Hope this next mix-up kills. Hate to leave Akuma alive. The V-Trigger on deck.
Not like this.
Not like this.
He's gonna wake up armor. Oh no, but
he doesn't. He waits for the air reset. Oh, dude, you called it. I thought, for sure, wake up armor was gonna do it. Because Knuckleberry was absolutely pressing a button.
Ooh. Oh gosh, the banana.
Ooh.
Oh.
So good that they didn't do light kick Tatsu, and now Knuckleberry trying to maintain this control in neutral, but this down jab from Jaded just controlling so much space here.
Good little conversion there. Oh, we got the Chim Shams again.
Sit back down, try to get the meaty fireball, but V-shift coming into full effect. People are actually starting to use that to its fullest effect here. Is he going to try to armor again? Running out of health here? Can't armor, no, out of health. Got shimmied again.
Akuma wins.
That's going to give Knuckleberry that first game there looking quite strong. Had a few stuttering moments where, you know, Jaded Bird really felt in control. That down jab spacing was really good. At a certain point, just controlling and checking Knuckleberry, but all it takes is one misplaced jab, one whiff punish from Knuckleberry to really turn this round in his favor. Alright, excellent buffers here in the neutral. Crouch medium, not quite as good as it used to be, but still able to check some things out of the air, but Knuckleberry trying to go in, got crush countered, sweep back. Fierce is so stupid and doesn't deserve to cover every air option against Akuma.
That's stun. Holy moly. Probably. I feel like.
I don't think it kills here.
That's
Oh, it does kill.
Oh.
And he had V-trigger activation into a DP there.
Round 2. Fight.
Nope.
So far, the only consistent thing that's worked for Jaded Bird. Oh, you hate to see it. Nice. Oh,
Oh,
no!
never mind.
Over Akuma!
Why did you?
Oh,
have to
no, in
curse
the
him
corner.
Like that? Yeah, oh yeah,
Sit back
that's the only thing
down.
that's been consistent, and then
Commentator's curse, bro. It's in full effect. One more for the sun. Instant overhead. No, goes double low instead. Gets the armor. Didn't have anything to back it up, but not a punish.
yo, you got like
Barry
a
let this man
stupid
live.
ass medium kick to punish that with. Oh, be careful.
Yeah, here's the activation. Now Birdie increased walk speed, but crush counter a sweep like it was nothing. Knuckleberry, no fair. Shakespeare. He
Oh,
caught! It's that's still that doesn't still hard knock down anymore. I think Jaded Bird just didn't quick rise, but it doesn't matter in the end.
Final round. Fight.
I feel like that was only on like Sakura's DP that got changed, or maybe I'm.
No, because way back after Tokido won Evo, they nerfed Akuma. I remember specifically that because he did a setup against Punk where he V-trigger activated off of the XCP at hard knockdown, and he got the 50-50 with the EX fireball, or the air fireball. Excuse me. Dude, my guy, these Kai setups are just Kiai? It might be
Ki, yeah.
I always mix up the A's and the I's on that word. But the Ki setups are kind of ridiculous here for Knuckleberry.
I guess to call out, there was a really good like neutral jump punish in the corner from Knuckleberry there. That was quite good and really set up the rest of that round.
Yeah, absolutely. Knuckleberry just, again, finding ways to get this corner domination, which is not something like when you look at all the rounds, you're like, oh yeah, Jaded can win this. You see they're doing well in the neutral. They're getting their damage, whiff punishing, pushing to the corner, all the birdie things that they need to do. And then it's just like one combo or one thing goes wrong, they get put in a corner, and then it's just a slow death as you just watch Knuckleberry hit confirm every little thing into V skill 2 and just kill you. Also, are they playing on training stage and you just have a mod for this background? Okay.
It gets
That's what I
boring
thought.
seeing training stage all the time.
I agree for tournaments and streaming, so I agree with you. But now Knuckleberry finally with a strong round start, putting Jaded into the corner rather quickly. This P1 swap working out great. But finally, anti-jump whiff punish. Jaded can't stay out of that corner for long though. Knuckleberry just immediately back in that ass, just keeping this pressure slowly on. It's a weird pacing for like the aggression that you would think you would see out of Akuma, right? Not any big EX stop sign plays to try to keep Jaded in the corner. Just always walking forward, always ready to hit the button at the right timing. And you know, shoutouts to the online local for the huge old raid. Who won the East Coast?
Give me all the spoilers.
I don't want to wait for the VODs that haven't been coming out. Ooh, big block on the DP. Let's go.
Right. Could this be Jaded Bird's beginning? Finally take it back.
Can we see a full classic? Is this going to be 6 straight rounds for Jaded Bird now? EX Dolphin Dive, only one hasn't worked out so far. Dude, 2 command grabs. That's like 40% of Akuma's life. You can see Knuckleberry trying to get in, trying to close this gap here away from this down jab situation that Jaded has pretty much on lock. Got the whiff punish too with the stand medium, ready with the charge bullhorn. Now just look at this oppression again. 4 for 5. Get off me, he says. Didn't work out there in the end. Backdash into the jab checks. And that's a Thomas Winkley.
Out.
Is that what they call it now?
Yeah, Wild Thomas Winkley appeared.
Oh, I didn't realize he was actually in here.
No sound.
And oh, it was a double battle that just started. Houseman popped in too. Gotta catch us some wild Pokemon as we're playing Street Fighter. Gameception.
What are you guys thinking about?
I'm thinking about that banana slip was kind of redonkulous. And now Jaded Bird is on this tear, about to try to make this comeback. Was down 2, now only down 1, trying to tie it up. Slip on the banana. He did. Yo, I'm mad that I called that out there.
I just want y'all to know I love you, but I'm going to bed now.
Good night, Tom.
Good night, Tom. We love you too.
Hey, good night, y'all. Good luck tonight.
Alright, see ya.
So interesting. I feel like Tom had some drinks.
Oh no, we're just exhausted. We just ended the East Coast tournament.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad to see 2 people on commentary because that means I can go to sleep. So good night.
I'm still playing in the bracket. Don't leave.
No,
it'll be alright.
goodbye. I'll stick
I'm a
around.
stranger to this. I'll lose fast.
I'll lose fast.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that Tatsu worked out into the V-Trigger activation. Not gonna spin any of the V-Trigger, just trying to get in. Got the demon flip.
Wow.
Got the throw. Knuckleberry from the edge of that classic really starting to wear on him. Now has this momentum going to what could be a final round situation. But Jaded Bird still feeling himself, still has this momentum rolling, rocking and rolling all night long. Still rock and roll to me, baby, and that's why Jaded Bird getting pushed to this corner. Knuckleberry can find this rhythm. DP, no, crouch fierce. Stay in this corner. If that medium kick was confirmed, that would have been godlike. I'm still waiting for it. Yes, I knew. I was like, I'm waiting for the EX Dolphin time. That's the get out of jail free card. Finally, Knuckleberry getting a punish on it, but still not able to quite close out the last bits of Jaded's life here.
Oh dear. He's gonna look for a heavy punch activate.
The crush!
Yep. Didn't even need it though. Wow. Knuckleberry Fist taking it.
To the winner's side.
Yeah. He's
I say winner's side. Winner's finals.
yeah.
That's already winners finals there.
No, that was first match of top 8.
Okay.
We have a long way to go.
Gotcha.
Because up next we got two boxer players.
Oh yeah.
West Coast Classic boxer players. I might add. I've been watching these two play, usually not against each other, but always in the tournament, always doing well for themselves. It's Mataoja and Big Papa Pump. Pompadour, of course, I think went off to, still plays in Texas, but has been grinding it out. Last I knew, they were like an Ultra Diamond, now a Grandmaster. Hasn't entered, to my knowledge, recently. A whole bunch. Like, they enter here and there, but never like every single week like Mataoja is. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to take it. Mataoja is always able to find that adaptation so quickly and really set the pace of the match in his favor the way he wants it to go. So Pomp needs to find a way to kind of offset that themselves and to find this. And you see that they are picking the same V-skill and V-trigger. So no surprises there, no disagreements in what's the best way to play the character, like some of us Luke players that rock V-skill too.
I think V-skill 2 is great on Luke, to be honest. Like,
but not when you're not throwing the opponent, and not when.
No, I don't even think it's great at.
Never text wrong.
But here's the thing, I don't think it's actually great at tech. I think it's really good at getting you out of the corner.
Yeah, it has increased range in the corner, yeah.
It's increased range in the corner, and you can cancel into the EX. But anyway, we're talking about characters that are not on screen.
has the Armika effect.
Exactly.
Also, what is this? I'm not used to this color from Mataoja. Of course, this is always Pomp's color, the purple suit with the gold gloves. But I don't remember Mataoja playing basketball out on the sides.
Yeah, it's definitely different than what I'm used to with him. Oh.
Got the shim and now just needs this one final hit, doing everything, and went low. Finally, Pomp not checking the toes.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, the spacing, but finally the neutral jump. Mataoja called out the EX rush, and now Pomp is paying the heavy price, trapped in this corner. Oh, the empty jump. Yo, that was
I think it was like a delayed
late
jump too. It was a light at the end of that jump.
I think it was jump medium punch, but
Okay.
There's still a very nice delayed jump button there. That's how you beat those really strong anti-airs.
Oh,
The buffer.
goodness, like a normal boxer player doesn't even think to buffer there, but Mataoja's like, nah fam, if he does something, I got this buffer on deck, check it, stay in medium into EX rush.
yeah. This is a boxer player that knows his character a little too well.
It's
honestly
honestly,
well for Dom.
if you've ever fought against Mataoja, it is absolutely terrifying.
I mean, I've seen a few of his sets. Like, he's really good at turtling up as well as like putting on the gas when he needs to. Yeah, that was just very impressive character knowledge. Richard jump, stand heavy punch coming out now from Big Papa.
Oh, but miss time on the meaty. This is a chance for Mataoja to start his own game here.
Stand fierce though. VP of this round so far.
The stand fierces and the jump fierces from Pomp have been doing good, and Mataoja just trying to spend everything to close this gap now, but can't quite seem to find the spacing to really get the game plan going. But finally, we're in. The V trigger's activated. We're going to the corner, baby. Pomp, how's your defense looking? V-shift ain't working out, baby. Try it again.
How quickly things went downhill for such a good round for Big Papa Pump.
Listen, I asked a very simple question. How good's your defense?
Not good enough, I guess. Not enough insurance. Well, things are starting off well, but God knows they can go just completely sideways in a moment. V-trigger is out of there, but you know what? Who even cares? Nice buffers.
Yeah, I will say, Pomp spacing on these stand fierces is immaculate. He's hit Mataoja with so many of them. Nice anti-air. The mix stayed on the front and waited for the shim. Got the crouch medium, and that's going to give Pomp a round on the board. Let's see if he can convert into a full game. Mataoja looking like he has something to say about that.
Mataoja like getting a read on when Papa wants to walk forward with that EX low. Ooh, good checks.
Oh,
I can't believe that anti-air. I can't believe that anti-air to caught this jump fierce. Oh. Game had to think. Game had to think for a moment. That's the activation part.
All right, now it's Mataoja's turn. How's your defense? A miss time on the meaty. Turns out my defense is great when the opponent's offense falls
You have to
apart a
love.
little bit.
And your V reversal is also your plus frame, but
It's a very good OS for both.
and not meaty enough there. Gets the punish. All right.
Already 2 up for Mataoja, but still has to get one more, of course. All of top 8 is 3 out of 5, so.
Momentum's definitely on Mataoja's side, but you feel like there's some resistance being there on Papa Pump's side. You want him to win. He's a bit of the underdog right now. I don't even know what strategy he needs to bring out. Not getting punished.
Not
Getting punished. That's not the strategy right there.
You said it as it was in my brain. I'm like, oh man.
Man, wouldn't it be a shame if you did something bad like that?
Of course, it's not that bad. It's a -4 punish. You're not eating the moon for it, but it's a real dissuade for Pomp, who's just been stuck in this quarter, eating dash punch after dash punch on block, on hit from Mataoja. But finally, the crouch getting the game plan started, but the throw was the safest option for Mataoja to take across the screen from you. You got to make something else happen. Got the overhead, coast to coast.
Yeah. Comboed though, so its scaling was still a little too hard. The reversal
That's
there.
fine. It's still a pixel a piece.
Which will EX first? Oh, no, it's not EX.
Oh. One spun and the other went straight for it. Mataoja on
What are you
match point.
spinning for? Playing Beyblade? What are you spinning for?
Not playing Beyblades.
Have you seen?
Yeah, I play Bakugan. Thank you.
Dude, there's some like hardcore Beybladers out there, and I can't handle it. It's buffer there off the crouch medium punch.
It gets. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about this off camera.
Oh, you don't. I'm not even on camera. We'll have Vampire time later. Don't worry about it. Oh, but right now, finally, Pomp sitting on this lively but V trigger activation on deck for Mataoja. Is he gonna find the proper chance for it, or can Big Papa Pump slow this roll, stop this engine from even starting? Oh, it's not plus here. You ever just whiff a button in your opponent's face so that they think that they're plus and then you counter hit them?
No, but I get hit by it all the time, so it's shut up.
So does Mataoja,
it's
so
so
don't
much.
feel bad. Yo, Pump, not gonna get the stun! Get out of my face! There's no escape!
Oh man. It's a camera close up now too, just be like, idiot.
That's how I feel when I hit people with Ryu's EXDP.
Oh man. Tech.
Oh my god. The buffer! Get out of my face! Oh my goodness, is
Range,
he gonna turn
that's
all of this
punishable.
around?
Oh.
Pop wants to activate here. Can he find it? Is he gonna get low rushed? He's just standing up!
Called it.
Why was he just holding? Is his down broken? I'm confused.
He's like, I keep walking back, but the wall doesn't go.
Why? Just go back at some point. He's gonna low rush you.
He was so worried about that overhead, I guess. But anyhow, that was
The
a fun
overhead's
set.
so slow. The EX rush is like 9 frames. I can't wait to lose to Pomp on stream in like a game. But
Here's the thing. Like, as commentators, we know that we can laugh, we can have fun at all the players making mistakes here and there, and just get our asses beat at the same time.
yeah,
It's
I
all
hate
in
it so
good
much.
fun.
I've been playing so much Luke. I think we ran seven sets sniffles.
Something like
Where
that.
I think I actually ended up at a round advantage because I won the first set 0-2, and I think every other set was 2-0, and every other set was back and forth 2-1.
Oh, okay.
So I think I ended up being either tied or ahead in game count.
Sniffles Luke is funny watching because like he has a good
decides to play like an asshole for half the time. I'm like, can you not? Like, why?
It's so funny because like you took Metro M in the last East Coast tournament, just threw him off his game entirely. Because it's like you have this sense of like spacing, you know, you think you know where your opponent can hit you and where they can't, and then Heavy Knuckle comes out and all spacing goes out the door.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's not even the case of like, oh, I blocked this incoming normal, so it's punishable. It's like, oh, it's -2. It's like, oh, but it's my turn. But then Sniffles will do EX upper, and it's just like, man, fuck this game.
Are we? I think we should just do losers to top 4, and you should do winners finals now.
You
On stream.
want to play Big Papa off stream then?
I would like to play off stream and not be embarrassed.
That's funny. Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's super funny.
Also,
No,
you
you
have
have
invited
to-
me to a lounge, and I joined, and I'm starting it. So
Okay, well, I
Okay,
guess
it's
everyone's
up to you.
just taking control of it. I guess we'll get Knuckle and Mataoja on
right.
stream now.
have fun commentating. Bye.
Oh, yeah. See ya.
Damn. All right, we're gonna have to set some better rules next time, so you can't escape. Oh, he deafened himself too, you little bitch. But anyway. All right, Knuckleberry. Knuckleberry is genuinely a player. Like I haven't watched all the West Coast enough to like really follow the storyline going on here, as if there's like a written storyline. But whatever. But Knuckleberry is like a player who, like, the first time I watched, I was like, man, like he's got some good stuff, but like dropping this stuff here and there, looking a little nervous. And he has just gotten better every time I've come back to this tournament, and it's really nice to see.
Yeah, he's always been like at a decent level, but he really seems like he's been putting in a lot of work lately. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen him at Ultra Diamond, for instance. Like, normally he hovers around like super and regular.
I think you can definitely teach yourself to be like solid enough to get the diamond, like, and like you can coast pretty much to diamond, especially now with like the win rates and stuff like that. But like it just takes experience after a while, and like tournaments and stuff like this will really expose you to like the variety that you need to be aware of, and like the random ass crap that you have to deal with in order to get to that next level. And I feel like Knuckleberry has done pretty well at that, in that sense.
Yeah, he took out JadedBird 3-1, and JadedBird is no slouch at all.
Oh no, absolutely not.
And I don't know because I don't play either of the characters at a high level, but I feel like that's kind of a bad matchup for Akuma.
Yes, it is notoriously bad matchup for Akuma.
Yeah.
With that being said, like I didn't see the set between them. It'd be interesting to see like how much they're playing to the matchup and how much because it's always the players playing each other. You know, it's the player matchup, not so much the technical matchup and stuff like that. But that being said, he is going to be playing up against Mataoja, who will hopefully show up in a little bit. Whose Balrog has just been so dominant in this tournament series.
He is, I'm very curious if he has as much of a lead on the leaderboards the end of this year as he did last year.
We'll see. I mean, how he kind of just popped up in the middle of the year last year, yeah? Was he there the whole time?
I know he's been there pretty much my entire tenure. I can't really remember.
Kind of came after mid-year, yeah? Because you came in after I was doing Strive.
Yeah, I want to say I'd have to check for sure, but I want to say he came in around April or May, maybe.
Okay, so the majority of last year.
Yeah.
So, but he's got an extra 4 months this year if he wants to continue on. So, we'll see. You'd be surprised what can happen in 4 months. But anyway, enough speculating on months and years and whatnot. Knuckleberry versus Mataoja. Here we go.
Winners final.
Winners finals. Because Nog is a coward and doesn't want to have his losers match on stream. But anyway.
See, why does he have to look at it that way? He should look at it as this is my chance to.
He still has pride as a player for some reason, despite being a commentator. I don't get it.
You can try to be both.
I have no pride anymore.
That was weird.
Cross up dive kick. We eat those. So playing at a really good distance right now. Knuckleberry trying to force his way in. Some good jump in arcs. There we go. The stand medium kick confirms. Ooh, sweep a little cautious, but he has the V trigger to back it up. Ooh. There you go.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna get a lot of damage off of that.
It frustrates me how often I see people not challenge after that activation round.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to look for or feel. Maybe he just doesn't know.
I feel like a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah.
He's negative.
Ooh, I like that. I like that crouch fierce in the neutral, trying to catch a button on Mataoja. Unfortunately, gets under the air fireball. Big punish. Oh, wow. He was expecting the target. He was expecting the target combo into the V skill, I think. Carry him. Koberi now in a dire situation, has the V trigger on hand, but just looking for a way to approach, and Mataoja being a wall to him. Dashes after the sweep. It's hit by that target combo. Koberi just trying every tool in the book. Activate. Tries to shimmy. The demon flip. Oh, the tap will beat that EX fireball. And with the nerf especially. Bad fireball throw, and that will give Mataoja game number 1.
Balrog win.
So there's room for adaptation here, definitely. Mataoja is just such a hard cookie to crumble, really, because when you think you can walk at him, he starts using his normals. When you think you can just hold down back, he starts dashing in. Like, he's so good at rotating his, not just neutral, not just offense, not just defense, but he's so good at rotating all of his game plans that it is really tough to figure out how to open him. Knuckleberry has the tools, but you have enough life to risk them. Walk.
I'm curious what buttons he's using for tap, because I've noticed a lot of anti-airs now, and Mataoja's normally pretty good about them.
Part of it is him not wanting to get eaten by like air fireball or dive kick, which fair. Knuckleberry has been quick to establish. I don't know. I'd say heavy kick if anything. We haven't seen any heavy kick at all.
Oh no.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
Walks forward, stand light kick. Punishable. There you go. There you go. Finally, a walk-up throw works for Knuckleberry. So important. There we go. Now he gets called out for walking forward there. Koberi now has to reestablish a new game plan. Mataoja is ready for the current one. There's the anti-air. Doesn't get the juggle. Doesn't punish that V-shift. The demon flip. He's dead! Of a bad demon flip attempt. He is dead in the ground. Oh.
Balrog win.
Here's the thing. I think Knuckleberry's ground game is actually alright. Yeah. Now that he's actually getting these walk forward throws, I think he actually has a ground game in there. I think what happening though is he's making certain mistakes, and you cannot make mistakes in front of Mataoja. It's unfortunate to see it like go down like that, but it just might be the thing he has to learn this tournament. At least this set. Confirm there. The shimmy.
And Mataoja just blocking out all of that.
He's willing. Oh, there's a mistake. Don't throw it all away. Don't throw it all away off one mistake. Deactivation. Cancels that sweep. Like it. One gets anti-aired.
Yeah.
Deactivation. V-trigger 2, I think, makes that V-trigger cancel plus, if I recall.
It doesn't. It's negative.
All of them are -2?
Mm-hmm.
All of V-trigger cancels?
Yep.
Round 2. Fight.
Listing on my frame data.
Because yeah, they must just not know. But it's Mataoja doesn't press anything in that situation either. Negative.
Tap. It's in entirely off of the tap and EX dash. Look, we're really going in right now. One's into the fist. Bait something. And gets in for free.
Oh my god.
She gets whiff punished off the dive kick. Oh boy, that was near dead there. It's a V-trigger activation. Doesn't have the answers to the V-shift just yet. And the neutral jump heavy punch will call out that round. We are on set point for Mataoja. Dash straight.
Oh,
Nice with the stand medium kick. I like that. Oh my god, the demon flip.
worked out.
Very fortuitous.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't want to see Knuckleberry crack, but it feels like he's already cracked a little bit. Some good ways, some in some bad ways.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just hard not to against. You're going up against what is the king of the West Coast on this tournament series. Oh,
Nice, he's gonna get that.
a good
Get
situation.
the activation off this. Oh,
Look for the
to
stand
get
heavy
a
punch.
good
Yep.
pressure. Activation point, tries to shimmy. Mataoja not biting. Chip. Don't sweep! Oh, is he dead?
He's dead. Yeah, there's no way. It's a clean.
He's dead. He's dead. Sorry about that.
Wow.
That's how it be.
Balrog wins.
Sometimes how it be. Yo. That's how it go. Like you could see, you can see Knuckleberry, and again, he's I can't stress enough how much he's improved since like the first time I saw him here. Like, you can see the moments where he gets a little concerned about his first and whiffing, and he goes immediately for the second button that then whiffs, or like crouch light punch and then stand heavy punch or stand heavy kick and something like that, and it's like these smaller mistakes that might get overlooked by some players that you might be more used to. Mataoja is going to call them out, and it's like just a little tightening that you need on that game plan. But I honestly, I think Knuckleberry is up to it if he wants to continue.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
So,
Playing against Mataoja is always like, damn, Boxer gets that punish.
oh, it's just Mataoja is at that point where you're just like, how? What? Like, how did that happen? Like,
It's like, why does he know this situation already? I don't even know what to do in this situation.
It's genuinely one of those moments where you don't feel like you did anything wrong. In the moment, like us in our chairs, we can be like, yeah, you did this, you left yourself open here and stuff like that. In the moment, you're just like, I didn't do anything wrong. You don't feel like you did something stupid.
I did the thing that works against everybody, but it doesn't
Yeah,
work against
exactly.
Mataoja. But now we get to see Ted here, UCIT, go up against Pomp in the same matchup that I played. So let's see if he does any better or if he just loses it like I did. 3 straight games.
Actually, just check the stand heavy punch, which is interesting. We'll punish.
Yeah, the stand heavy punch from Luke is -6 on block. And Ted is just kind of throwing it out there.
I mean, but at the same time, you can frame trap it with heavy knuckle, so it's like,
Or you can actually hit it.
level
Now
2.
Plus. Look at this. Mind you,
Heavy punch, heavy knuckle is such a degenerate, but
I was waiting for the -2 in the DFE. Ted's an asshole.
well, he could have comboed there, but he doesn't.
So same medium punch I think is 7 or 8 frames, and the back medium punch is hella plus. And you should always confirm, I think, in the medium target combo because it goes the farthest.
Wait, that actually doesn't. That doesn't make sense because I thought back medium punch was like.
I think he's doing it.
No, it's
Yeah,
only
so I guess
plus
that's a 6.
It's only +5 after the.
Oh, it's
back
+5. Okay, so that's 7 frames. That makes sense. That makes sense. If it's not clear, I haven't checked out the frame data on this character.
Yeah.
Well, I just make shitty memes about how he can skill 2 Akuma's Raging Demon and just get a bunch of Twitter likes on that.
I mean, that's pretty funny. So
It's stupid funny.
Oh, going for the.
why did he run?
Because he wanted to.
I don't know, because he wanted to.
Did it again. Do it a third time. Do it a third time, Ted. Run again.
Blocked it.
You could have just comboed, what are you?
He's gonna do it again. He's gonna run.
Just mash. He's just gonna.
Never mind,
mash
just
it
mash
again.
the trigger. That's fair. That's fair.
What's weird is I did that same situation to Pomp and he blocked both times.
Like, no two Luke players can play exactly. Yes, they can. Yes, they
No,
absolutely
Ted plays way differently for me. He pushes Fierce way too much.
It's working so far.
It's working. Like, there's no reason not to.
I really appreciate his use of stand medium punch a lot of the time. Like once he really starts to pressure game, back medium, and then he'll back medium again and again and again until he gets a confirm. But no miss on the EX confirm, and not even a punish from Pomp, just the next situation going in his favor over and over again.
Yeah. Looks like it's time to practice the matchup. 3.
Oh, nice spin into the plus into overhead, and now coast to coast. You just need one more hit. Pomp wasn't gonna do the shim sham. Thank you, Pam. Go home, Ted.
Fight.
Get home, Ted. You've already made your bed. Sorry, all of these bars are coming to me when they're not appropriate.
There's the DP.
Hey,
It just throws him out of the raw heavy knuckle.
Hey, it didn't move him back far enough. You gotta buff that. It has to be like birdie sway back on the bullhorn.
Exactly.
Although you can see Pomp is adjusting a little bit to the knuckles. He's trying to poke through them, but there's a little bit of timing. I would always recommend having an option for the charge knuckle and learning how to deal with that one first rather than the fast one.
Jump back is usually a good answer as well. If you see the delay, you can just like jump back and they call it out.
Oh
boy.
That's a bad buffer that's going to get punished so hard here. Not enough for the kill, just one more touch. The overhead.
Oh my god, the delay. It was a
He's
reversal
going to
time,
mash it
actually.
twice. Oh, he doesn't mash it twice. He waits.
I don't feel like you need to prove anything. Don't have to sway these fireballs.
Don't be a hero. Oh, the sand light punch from downtown. He shoots. He scores. It's good for 3.
But we've punished just yet. Papa's strategy of like kind of giving Luke a lot of space, which I think is actually one of the detriments of of fighting this character. Like, don't give Luke space; he doesn't deserve it.
Well, with Boxer, it's one thing because it's so easy for Boxer to suddenly be in your face by just dash punching across the screen. It's hard for even if, like, in a lot of matchups, Luke's going to sit back and try to charge up B-Skill 1, get that extra option when they're up close. But, you know, Ted doesn't quite feel comfortable being able to do that. But the big pop there on the V shift, going to give Pop a little bit of life here. Let's see if he can use it and turn this round back in his favor.
Ooh, getting hit with a low there, cross court.
Oh, I could have swear that there was a backdash coming, but no, the shim sham again. Just a stand jab check will be enough life, and that puts Ted up 2 games to none already. Let's see who's going to churn out on this third game, if it's going to be Ted moving into losers finals, or if Pomp will stay alive in this losers bracket run.
I mean, Big Papa, like, I'm not liking how he plays, but like he just looks so uncomfortable right now in this matchup. Like, there's just some unfamiliarity, and it's just doing the difference here. UCIT is not having to do anything optimal. He's not having to do anything with grace. He's just throwing stuff out, and Big Papa is just getting caught by a lot of it. Just a little. Hey, bust out.
Apparently just need to do fierce and then one more.
TP.
That's all that I've learned here. I play Luke too conservatively.
No reason that you have to. Stagger.
I'm just
Activate.
listen, I'm so used to down backing, just like Prompt has been trying to do this entire time, and now going in EX. Just needs one more touch here. Is it going to be the Shim Sham? It is. I had a feeling.
Did if only he had V skill 2, he could just mash that and been plus again with the EX fireball. The button's done.
I'm not going to tell you how many times I just V skill 2 into EX fireball.
I won't lie.
Then,
I think.
But then I accidentally was holding forward before, so I get EX TP and then I lose all my life.
Oh, is that what
Damn.
that happens? I thought
It wasn't an intentional thing.
And no, I wasn't -2ing into EX TP on your face when I did a cancel. It's like, no, I wanted to be plus and held forward because I'm an idiot.
Very nice with punish.
Here.
Oh,
but
that's
he missed the combo. Yeah, he has
He
to
just
push
missed his crouch heavy punch or something. I don't know.
Yeah, crouch heavy punch is the right answer there.
Ooh,
Tried to
don't.
check, but instead got the dome piece. And now Pomp. I've said it so many times, he just needs one more touch for the kill. Is he going to be able to find it?
Oh. It baited. There we go. Under 2 in the set.
Balrog wins.
All right, he's on the board. This is the comeback.
It could be, genuinely.
What
he
he couldn't-
definitely feels a little more confident approaching now.
What he couldn't do against Mataoja, which was get a game on the board, he has done against Ted, which means this is the momentum that he needs in order to start this, right? To find the points where Ted is going to break down, where, you know, Pomp is going to be able to work that game plan in their favor. That's really what's important here, and that's, I think, what Pomp has figured out. But the low rush getting punished is going to be a bit of a chink in Pomp's own armor.
Yeah. I mean, as long as he keeps having a confident approach and it keeps working in some favor, I think it's okay. Needs to be a little less risky there. Okay, never mind. We're just throwing out straights and lows here. We're good. The EX.
Yeah, and I mean, Luke has a really tough time with the straights if they're well spaced, because no 4 frame that goes any sort of distance. Stand jab and stand light kick are both 5 frames. Crouch jab has good range to it, but not enough
frame.
for.
Not 4 frame. Yeah.
It's a 3 frame, but it's just not enough distance on it. Same thing with crouch light
I
kick.
had this argument with people online yesterday. It's like, oh, but it's such a good 3 frame. It's like, yeah, but you don't get what a good 4 frame is. It's like,
which is
there's a difference. The
which, to be
difference
fair,
between
crouch jab has good reach to it, just not punish boxer. It's not like, I wouldn't even say, I don't want like a Sakura punish, but like take like a Ryu or a Kin punish.
Yeah. A Ryu can stand like it would be. It's a good 4 frame.
Ooh, the blocks. Didn't do a combo into the critical art. Still not using any of the meter. This can bite Ted in the butt here if he's not able to close out this round.
Ooh. Have the V skill punish.
Is he gonna be panic at the disco? No, he finds the low forward into fireball, holds all of that meter, and now going into what could be Ted's final round here. Finally has all of this meter on deck. How's he gonna spend it?
It's a charge.
First time
Oh,
we've seen
okay.
him
He's
have this
okay. He's okay. He doesn't know combos. He's okay. I was
No.
like, that
Ted does not know combos.
is so much damage in the right hand. That jump in.
Yeah,
V
you
skill
really
two.
want to use that V skill 1 on a medium knuckle confirm in order to get the wall bounce into the EX.
Oh, yeah.
EX
He had
knuckle.
crouch. He could have gotten level 3 medium knuckle. It would have been stupid. It's okay.
Ooh.
Okay, he gets the round anyway. He just needs to play fundamentals. These are fundamentals that he's playing right now.
Luke wins.
Ted's very existence of playing fighting games is, how do I make you scared into doing the option that you don't want to do that I'm looking for in order to punish you? And he's very good at it.
It's go time.
Which means he'll put himself in a -2 situation 800 times, but the one time that he'll EXCP, you're still pushing the button.
Yeah. It's tough times. It's tough times. Especially when you're a low health character. So Knuckleberry Fist will have to deal with that now. Up next. I believe this is losers finals.
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
correct. Okay.
I want to point out that Ted beat one person that beat me. Now let's see if he's going to beat the other person that beat me, proving that I don't know how to play Luke to the extreme.
That being said, I think Akuma has a few. Oh, he uses V skill 2. I'm gonna say V skill 1 is actually alright for the heavy knuckle, but
Who needs
We'll see.
fundamentals when you have a cheap character like that? Bro, you're playing fundamental brain-breaking style. That's how you play, Ted. Hate to break it to you.
Oh yeah, no. There's the approach is very simple. The stand heavy punch, heavy knuckle, DP, and he had some anti-airs on, and we saw a few anti-airs there, and we got some EX shotgun and stuff like that. Like a little bit of the cheap stuff here. I'll just use the back heavy punch though, or back medium punch, excuse me. There.
Ooh, nice tech on both sides, but not teching the second time on the jump. Knuckleberry able to tie the round up. Let's see if he can keep this kind of back and forth going, but a bad confirm going to get punished. And now the delay there, catching possible delay tech, and now Ted in firm control of this round.
Nobody knowing the jump back tech yet.
Or my favorite, just mash DP and wait until you start seeing him move forward.
Oh, Knuckleberry's stumped right now.
Actually, Akuma has a good style where he can kind of just sit back and red fireball if he finds the proper interval for it.
We saw him actually get clipped on the red fireball a little bit, just because like he moved a little bit forward and it got clipped by the V trigger.
Yeah, you have to really get the Luke's timing for it, but you can start red fireballing it and start giving the Luke a harder time.
The fact that he gains the V trigger as well, like again, Luke is a character that really forces you to approach him. There's some characters that can't, sure, that can circumvent that, sure. The character that really wants you to approach him.
Yeah, but he does struggle against, you know, the poisons, Dawsons.
Yeah, I agree entirely.
Well,
Poison, Sagat, Guile, like those characters, I think he struggles against.
Anybody that can throw a better fireball.
Exactly. Hey, there we go. Stylish combo we get. We'll take it.
One
We'll take it.
Final round. Fight.
Do you
Ted
imagine?
didn't have enough life for the stylish combo.
Imagine how
Nice back
much
hit.
scarier CIT would be if he had combos. If he had
I
some
don't
of
want
these
to think about
combos.
that. He's already getting at least third place in this round. Please don't encourage him. I don't want offline to return and I have to go and fight this person in real life again.
Oh my god! May the pandemic continue so that Nagaremi doesn't have to fight UCIT.
I'm joking. Ted's great. He's sitting there laughing the entire time.
Guns all the feature. Oh,
Just when you're like,
fucking
he won't
blown
throw
out.
an EX fireball. There's no reason for it. Like, I have no life. Why would he throw an EX fireball? And then he just throws it anyway.
It's definitely a little bit.
Go ahead.
It's a little bit frustrating, his fireball game plan, because it's just like it's so immediate. You have to make that choice like pretty much immediate if you're gonna jump or not. Granted, the reward is very immediate as well. It's like if you jump it, there's no way he's DPing you. Like it has so much recovery.
Yeah, coming from Gal, that really hurts. Ooh.
Touchable still.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, it's like -8. Out of all of his charged knuckles, Blight is the worst one to miss the combo.
Exactly. There's the anti-air. Got the backdash. Get the anti-air.
Can't steal my tech. I'm gonna DP you. Get out of here.
It's funny.
And now you just see Ted trying to keep this corner game going for himself with the
Then the
mash
damage?
out DP. Gonna take it to a 2-situation game for Knuckleberry.
If he had that anti-air there, that would have been tight. Uses the V-shift to get out. Uses the demon punch to get in.
Oh my goodness, it's not gonna be enough. One more touch.
Yeah.
You got the block, no meter on either
Oh my
side.
god,
Ted just
don't
built a
feel like you
bar.
need to push it. You have the life. Don't feel like you need
You
to
will
push
die
it.
to an EX fireball. To be completely fair, Knuckleberry didn't press his luck. Ted just threw out the scissors.
That
And
brought the luck to him.
The only thing that Ted's been throwing it all around is rock and paper, and then a scissors came out.
Legitimately always forget this character has that. You always forget this has it.
I was trying to hit Sniffles with run overhead like every single round.
Can't do it against a Luke player. They know.
No.
I know.
Good people see the run and they just stand there. Make sure you give them a low option just to make
God.
it. Just to make
Two. Wah.
Yo, remember when if like Knuckleberry had V skill 1, it would be a side switch combo.
Back.
The thing is, I knew that Ted was gonna EXDP for the win that round. It was just a matter of when it was gonna happen.
Genuinely,
It's like he's gonna do it. You know,
Yeah.
like it's the worst feeling. It's like you know he's gonna EXDP, and you know it's going to hit you, and you just have to accept that fact and figure out how to live with the loss.
I forget who said it, but it's like, don't feel bad about guessing wrong. Just feel bad about getting yourself put in that situation. And I feel like Ted's approach is like, yeah, he uses stand heavy punch into that as well. So you can kind of play around stand heavy punch, but you also need to know stand heavy punch. With Akuma walk speed, you could walk in and out of its range pretty easily. It's fairly slow. Right now, Knuckleberry's just not playing around it. He's just trying to deal with it.
And Ted's not helping you to be like, oh, you're looking. Did
Fair.
Akuma
I
DP
respect
beat out Luke DP?
I think it was
pretty
raw
sure it
DP. Was it EXTP?
I'm not sure how much meter he had before. I feel like he
Don't
had
either.
it hard.
Oh, okay. Walks into it. That's
Don't
fine.
lose,
you can
don't
eat a
lose too many
fireball.
life walking forward into fireballs.
I'm fine with that. I'd rather lose my life to that than all these EXTPs. Got him. Dead? No, because he can't juggle off of it.
No, the 2 hits, you can't get that juggle. Got the side switch, but the V shift, actually great use of V shift there. Now Ted with the corner
Now you're
option.
in the corner.
You're gonna get EXDP. It's just a matter of when he does it. He
Didn't.
gets the back throw. Ted
Damn.
waited.
Barry won the lottery this time.
Out of everything that we've seen Ted do, sitting there and waiting, I didn't think was an option. I was like, V shift, DP, like something's happening, right?
Trying to build a little V meter of his own. I bet he uses fireball. Oh boy, the forward heavy punch comes out now. That doesn't work.
You gotta do the medium one to get the flash knuckle. Ooh.
Punishable, but doesn't know the combo, so it's fine.
Just, dude, stand jab target combo.
That's funny.
You at least get a knockdown. Oh, I can't believe he fireballed at the end of that. I thought the bomb was
Baited it.
empty jump, big bait. Yo, look at this
Can't
sick
kill,
combo.
right? No.
There was a DP at the end of the combo he could have done, but didn't want it. Now on a pixel, don't get you.
Demon flip into it. Get doing the chip. It's tough.
Oh my god.
I can't. The medium punch into like the panic. Wait, how do I combo this? I wasn't buffering. Mash jab.
It works. I like that.
I feel
Like that.
I feel like Knuckleberry's brain was doing the same thing that I was. It was just I got the hit.
Round 1.
Oh man.
Fight.
Alright, game number 4 now. Oh yeah, baited out the fireball. Thankfully didn't get a punish, but got the low.
Ooh, get
Yep.
back towards this corner. That's what Ted wants right here. He wants you to. Oh my goodness, 4 medium punches. The gray life that stacks up when doing that is ridiculous. But now
Oh,
you're in Knuckleberry's world. Just medium kick Atsuing, just catching you out.
those anti-airs?
And Ted's actually jumping at a really difficult range for Knuckleberry. Back Fierce is still working, but just not able to get a combo off of it. Knuckleberry finally activated, but Ted playing footsies. Now the low forward confirm happening. I thought he had it for a second, but teleport is so bad in this game.
He didn't see, he didn't have meter. So we tried to walk forward, throw or something. Oh man. At point. Oh, Knuckleberry, please. I kind of talked about this earlier with Mataoja. Knuckleberry definitely gets a little flustered at times. I think experience has helped him a lot with that, but like, oh, that's stun. Dead if he
Good
wants it
stun
to be.
too. Does Ted have the combo? No, Ted does not have the combo. He was doing the training mode combo, not the training mode, the
Training mode combo. Oh, that's actually optimal, yeah, because back heavy kick, but
That's gonna put Ted into loser side of grand finals up against Mataoja. Turns out I'm just bad at the Luke matchup, or at every matchup with Luke. Ted's the best Luke player, West Coast.
Mataoja, I assume, is gonna play Balrog. He's not gonna meme it up. He's not gonna do a Luke mirror.
Does Mataoja play another character?
I've literally never seen him play a different character.
It's a legitimate question because I've only seen this guy play one character.
It's fair, man. I respect those people. Those people that get to 90 to 99 character level because they only play that one character. Respect it. I never do it, but I respect it.
It's definitely something. And then you end up like IDOM, where you go on SFL and Laura gets banned every single match.
Jesus, yeah, I forgot about that year.
That was really funny. And then he picked up a second. He tried to pick up Birdie and that wasn't working for him, but he picked up Poison and then it was like, oh, he's a real threat now.
He needed a specific. He needs certain motivations to play the character well. We'll say that.
Listen, he's into certain things. And it's not what you're thinking of, it's socks. Come on.
Exactly. And Mataoja trying to feel out how to interrupt that heavy knuckle. Can get interrupted though.
Ooh,
yeah, just jump back.
A little too early.
Everybody's listening, just jump back.
Mataoja actually will listen. But it's okay. Mataoja has a bunch of games to figure out how Ted's gonna play this character. And the media lower are gonna be safe, but Ted getting the activation anyway, just waiting to catch Mataoja on a bad moment, walking forward. And you can see that Mataoja's entire being is just focusing on the fireball that could come from Ted right now. At
13 frame fireball. It's super tough.
What?
Oh my god, it's plus.
I didn't hear what level it was. He's gonna spin? No, he's just gonna go for the critical. Is it
That's
enough?
fair.
It's not.
Oh god.
No, he could just knuckle.
Okay. Whew. Waiting on bated breath for that one, but the walk back down medium punch, we saw Pomp try to do it so much, working for Mataoja. Couldn't get the V skill charged up. That's rough.
Lack of anti-airs from Mataoja right now. He's just so focused on that ground game. Just a certain flow to UCIT. Baits out the bat, yeah. He's gonna have to start doing for DP anti-airs.
Alright, here's the activation. Gonna back throw? No, gets the forward throw. Back to mid-screen, just trying to keep the pressure high. Can't chase down the backdash with the medium punch, but tick throw. Now Ted has tied up the lead, has full V-trigger still. Not plus here. You see Mataoja walk back for the Shim Sham, seeing if Ted will whiff something. Not happening. Instead, getting the low. It's enough damage.
Yep,
absolutely.
There it is.
The 5-hit fireball is so much.
Be careful about running. It's an anti-air.
I still think that trade on the anti-air is good for Mataoja, but now stuck in this pressure from Ted.
Trans? Wow, just don't. What?
He can dash into throw on a crush counter background.
You wouldn't want to, but things I learned today.
I mean, there's times for it.
You can hear Sniffles getting upset that nobody's challenged that V-trigger activation. Shit. Yeah. Sure.
People really should challenge down medium. Like, come on.
I don't know why I thought it was different in V-trigger 2 activation. I don't know why.
I don't know. I can't help you there. You got to talk to your brain on that one.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
It's a lot
but
of
there's
numbers to remember,
there's a range where you don't want to press on it because you will get auto shimmied, and that's never fun. But you should definitely press like most of the time, especially Luke. Like his stand light kick still reaches far, is still good to push.
Ooh, tap whips. Hey, there we go. There's our buffers.
Oh, by the way, that was the first game that Mataoja dropped all tournament.
Luke OP, please nerf.
And I will let you know, he takes particular offense to being forced to not have a perfect run. So
Yeah, that's funny.
I try if I ever fight him to at least get a game. Got that V skill charged up, push, head all the way to the corner, dash up throw, gonna do it. He's sitting there waiting for the hit. It's not happening. Getting taunts. My gosh.
Just get hit by that stand heavy punch again.
That took particular
Holy
offense to
Moses.
that last round, so he's gonna pop off here and drop this combo. Not ready for the punch.
Level 3 is, I think, the hardest to. Wow. Yeah, forget my thought process, because right now we are just swinging for the fences.
Absolutely, swinging, dashing, throwing, all hang lowing. I didn't have a way to close out that statement, but everything was dirty and sloppy at the end of that round, and now you can see Mataoja cleaning it up with anti-airs. I feel like just a raw charge heavy knuckles coming.
UCIT really likes to feel for how his opponent's thinking, what their mind is on at the moment. Likes to get a feel for it, but it does cost a few rounds occasionally.
Yeah, especially when Mataoja is like, I'm just looking at the sky all game with for a crouch fierce anti-air, by the way, not like stand medium like a lot of ball runners do. Like, I am fully committing to how long it takes to crouch fierce anti-air you.
Sure, that's the right one to do there. Like, he was jumping out of space where, like, there's a possibility that an empty jump would get baited by stand, or a stand medium punch would get baited by an empty jump, so it was the right one to use.
Round one.
Alright, one all on the set. Mataoja may end things early here.
That second game was so much faster than the first. Like, the players had felt each other out. They're like, okay. Mataoja was like, okay, you're gonna play like this, I'm gonna play like this. Ted came back and was like, oh, you're playing like that, I'll play like this. And then Mataoja was like, oh, you're playing like that, I already have a plan for that. And
I'm still seeing a lot of stand heavy. Too much has changed right now.
Listen,
A,
you hit Yomi level 5, you're just back at 0.
Exactly. I'm gonna do the same thing but harder this time.
I'm gonna do the same thing but mean it.
Certain
Sometimes that works.
ability.
It's like I'm just gonna fierce punch you harder, like more, and it's just gonna work.
The jump in gets blocked this time. Plus anyway.
Couldn't get the combo.
Which is him, yeah. Good whip punish there.
I like that tap though. We were seeing, who was it? It was Pugera, right? In some of the Topanga matches, just do insane things against Luke's fireballs.
Yeah. I mean, it works really, really well considering, like, it has the long range ones have a bit of a longer startup, so you can see it a bit more easily. Like, you just need that range to get in. So the tap is really effective in that situation. And Mataoja's just cleaning up now. UCIT got his cheap shots in early, and
he got his one game. He ruined the perfect streak. That has to be the goal sometimes. He's like, I gotta go in there and ruin the perfect streak.
I think you're a big man in the lunchroom. You throw your milk at the big guy in the back of his head. You catch him off guard, and then he just beats the ever living crap out of you.
But yeah, I mean, I do think out of all of the non-fireball zonerish matchups, this is one of Luke's hardest because, again, the lack of a solid 4-frame punish for dash punches, the ability for Boxer to close that gap against fireballs relatively efficiently at low risk. So
I think you just have to play a little differently than people are used to with Luke.
Yeah, I don't just auto win, so it's a bad matchup.
I don't just
that's the
do
Akuma
things that
theory,
annoy
right?
people anymore.
That's the Akuma theory. If I don't automatically win the match by doing the most basic stuff, that means it's a bad matchup for me, right?
Exactly.
That's why I'll never call Guile Akuma bad for Akuma. It's even. Well, it was even. I think it's worse now, but they were calling it even since like season 2. I'm like, no. You know, like he whiffs one and like tries to bait you to like try to push something to like whiff on.
But he realizes that it's the third back heavy, back medium punch that whiffs.
Well, it doesn't always whiff.
No, if he
On some
staggers
characters,
it.
it hits.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, Balrog is kind of fat now that I think about it.
Bro, he is
Kinda.
one of the fittest characters in this game.
This hitbox is fat.
All right, hitbox. Now, here's the thing: you can say his hurtbox is fat, but you can't just call him fat. All right, that's just rude.
He squats and he's fat. What can I say?
You got that dump truck ass.
You got that dump truck. It's not just the boxing gloves that are big.
Right.
We got buns on both his hands and his thighs. All right, let's get this real. Interruption there.
I'm sorry, it took me a second to catch that one. Holy cow. All right. It was a good start for Mataoja this round. But yeah, Ted fighting back just a little bit, trying to stack some damage before V-trigger activation.
Bro, this
is
over.
Just bleeding damage right now. Just one more touch.
How would you like to die now, UCIT? By an anti-
By
no,
whiff punish.
By whiff punish. Yeah. Alright. That was fun.
that was what a way to end the tournament.
Well,
Balrog's dump truck ass winning the tournament because his cheeks clapped all the way to victory. Please don't use any of that for a clip ever.
Oh,
no. It's not worth it. It's funny to us in the moment. It's probably not even funny to the audience. That's okay. Holy
Dude, what's
Moses.
not funny about talking about somebody's dump truck ass and how it claps down the streaks so that it's like a miniature earthquake?
Seriously?
Going into a lot of details.
Sorry, this just happens to me on a daily basis. Anyway, if you like this tournament, they're on Mondays now for the West Coast too, 8 p.m. Pacific. Hit Sniffles with that follow. Make sure that you always get notified when the stream goes live. When it goes live, you'll have 30 minutes to an hour to sign up for the tournament still. So make sure that you're always paying attention, checking Discord, checking your Twitch notifications, stuff like that. Congratulations to Mataoja for winning this whole thing, dropping one game the entire time. I've been Nogarimi, and I've been joined by the lovely Houseman25.
You had to look.
Well, that's the worst part is I've commentated with you before. I know who you are, and I still was staring dead straight at my screen. Then I looked to the left and it said Houseman. I'm like, no, that's not his name. Then I looked at Discord and I'm like, that's his name, Houseman. Where can people find you?
You can always find me at Houseman2593. I barely use the Discord, but we're going to be trying to advertise the team matchups that we've been doing in the NCH community, which is fun. It's like captain takes 3 people under his wing, trains them up, fights another captain with 3 people under his wing. So it's been a fun little series. We're going to have one West Coast Fiend that I'm sure many of you are aware of, so keep your eye out on that as captain for next week. So
Combo Fiend is a captain?
No, not that Fiend. Believe me, when you find out who
Fiend
it
is a captain?
Name is not Fiend, but when I say his name, you will all be like, oh yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be fun. So keep an eye out for that.
I thought the Fiend was the secret of the key.
No, it wasn't. I don't give hints out. Believe me.
Oh. All right. Sad. Anyway, go watch that. That'll be fun. I'm doing Jimmy Jams on the 15th and 16th of January. That'll be fun. So make sure that you tune in for that. And Sniffles, why don't you close us out tonight?
I can talk now? It's weird.
No. No, you can't.
Oh. No, that's fine. I don't like talking all that much. I just like hosting this thing. Thanks everyone for showing up. It's a pretty good one. I'm glad people showed up for Monday. I like this time frame a lot better, or this day, I guess, same time. Yeah, I got nothing else. I'll see y'all next Monday.
Follow Sniffles on Twitter.
Sure, you can do that. You'll get to see
Twitch.
The clips. You'll also get notified when we have a new tournament coming up.
All right. Let's end it.
Sounds good.
All right.
Peace, yo.
Let's end it. All right. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for showing up.
Bye bye.